You're selling your home for sale by owner. Do you even know what you're doing? Are you crazy? You're probably going to fail when you try to do this. I know my brother in law, he tried doing it, didn't work out, and as soon as he hired a realtor, everything got sold. Does that sound familiar? Has anyone ever said that to you when you've expressed to them your desire to sell your home on your own, no matter what reason that you have? This is very common that happens to a lot of homeowners when they tell people and express to them that they want to sell their house for sale by owner. By the way, my name is King Jerome. I'm the FSBO coach, and I'm also a Wisconsin realtor. And my whole thing, I've always had an issue with how a lot of homeowners who go FSBO are left unrepresented. You guys are ignored. You guys are sometimes even, what's the word? Kind of like pressured. Like you guys are put in a corner like, dude, you're going to fail, you're going to fail, you're going to fail. And just drilling it into you until you just give up and you hand over the listing to a realtor, right? So I want to talk to you about this a little bit though. And it comes down to it can be a boring subject for some people, but if you want to sell your home on your own, you you have to embody what I'm going to tell you. And this all comes down to your mindset. I'm telling you right now, mindset is the number one thing. Why? No matter what I teach you, whether it's in my 3 FSBO guide, mistakes guide that I have in the description below, and that talks about the three common things that homeowners who are selling for sale by owner tend to do that scare off buyers. It doesn't matter what I teach you in there. It doesn't matter what I teach you in my weekly webinars. It doesn't matter what I teach you in my Get More Offers challenge. If you don't believe that you have the capability of doing this, you are right. You are correct. And if you do believe that you can do this just as good or better than a realtor can, you are also correct. It all comes down to your mentality. Let me tell you something. As of the recording of this video, my experience with real estate, it's nowhere near as much as other people. As a matter of fact, I'm under 2 years of being a realtor. Okay? But when it comes to marketing, I've been doing that for about 6 years, a little bit longer than that. Something I've noticed really quick, because when a realtor gets their license, right? Of course, whether you get into insurance, sales, anything like that, it doesn't matter the job. No matter when you're getting into a job, you have someone that you're looking up to, and you might think to yourself, man, it'd really be nice to be in their shoes in that position. What would it be like to make that kind of money, live in that kind of house, have this certain lifestyle? It happens to everybody. And one of the things that, as a new realtor, that you learn, that you're taught, you want to learn the ropes, you want to learn how you can get to your first commission check as fast as you can. And one of the things that I remember stood out to me was when I was taught by my mentor at the time. Well, not even my mentor. He wasn't even really a mentor at all. It was more of he was just the person I was learning how to do transactional real estate with, right? Just the normal being a licensed agent. This is separate from other types of real estate. And he told me, you have go after the low hanging fruit. I'm like, okay, what's the low hanging fruit? Expireds. And expireds are if you had your home listed and it sat too long, and then the contract that you have with that realtor or that real estate agency expires. And a lot of times, if you're in that position, or if you have had your home expire during a listing, uh, it's very emotional, right? Like, I'm not saying that you're crying or anything, but you do lose a lot of motivation from it. Excuse me. You do lose a lot of motivation. And also, the other low hanging fruit are for sale by owners. Why is that? Because unfortunately, a lot of homeowners, they go in thinking, yeah, you know what, this is too easy. All a realtor is doing is opening and closing a door. Bada boom, bada bing. I'll get this thing sold. And then they start to realize it's not as simple as they thought it would be, or what a realtor makes it appear to look. And then they succumb to the pressure, and then they hand over the listing to an agent. I don't want you to be like this. I literally am proud of you that you are doing this on your own because you can. What the only difference between you and a realtor is literally just the license. It's a license. At the end of the day, you are a person. You know how to communicate with another human being. If you are buying another house, you know exactly the type of things that you're looking for. And all you got to do is think back to when you bought this house that you currently live in, that you want to sell, right? What were some of the things that, you were concerned about? Foundation. You would think about, would this be a good place for my family to grow up in? Is this a good area? Is this a good neighborhood? There is really no difference between you, as you are right now, and a realtor. When you see those plaques, you have some realtors, and again, I'm a realtor myself, but I'm explaining this to you from my perspective. And I would see a lot of people talking about, oh, I got 20, 30 years experience doing real estate. Okay, so specifically, at first I was like, oh, okay, that's really cool. You've been doing this for a long time. And then the more I started doing more transactions and more transactions, I started to realize, what exactly uh, is your experience actually in? You know, uh, because 25, 30 years of experience doing specifically what? Give me one quick second, guys. Something to me that was really interesting. I'm just popping in a cough drop. I want to apologize ahead of time if my voice sounds a little raspy. I'm just getting over a cold. Something that I thought was interesting is how we as realtors, yeah, we do a lot of heavy lifting when it comes to being available for showings, to coordinate open houses. Getting the visibility to your home is what we like to do. But what is it at the core that we are doing that you cannot do? There's nothing. There's nothing that we're doing that you cannot do. Because at the end of the day, it's about marketing. And my definition of marketing that I like to use is being able to deliver the right message to the right person at the right time. Think about you being on this video right now. More than likely, I'm addressing very specifically if you are a homeowner selling for sale by owner and you're frustrated, you're tired of realtors calling you nonstop, checking up on you to see how you're doing, when what's really happening is they're kind of hoping that you're tired and that you just want to give it up and give them the listing and pay them between that 4 to 6% or however you guys agree on, because in 2025, yeah, in August 2025, the whole NAR settlement that happened in the real estate industry, where the attempt was to make things more transparent, I guess, when it comes to commission, we can no longer, and the MLS does not allow you to put anything about commission. Realtors can't advertise that. So now it's more obscure. So you could think, 2 to 6% is the norm, but that's the norm. You can be under contract with somebody for 10% or 1%. or 0%, right? But at the end of the day, what the only difference that you and I have me as a realtor and you as probably without your real estate license is the fact that I have access to the MLS. And the MLS, in my opinion, is a huge crutch for a lot of realtors to be able to say that they know how to market or they know how to make a couple posts on Facebook and Instagram. This is all stuff you can do because me having access to the MLS, you only need the license if you want to be constantly in there searching through it. But if you're just posting your home, because the positive about having on MLS, Realtor.com, Zillow, Trulia, all these third party sites, even other third party real estate sites, all draw from there, right? So if you get your home listed on there, it's going to populate into all these other websites. So then whenever you got to, post up an open house, when you're able to do it, it's going to show up. And everybody who has your home saved in a cart, online somewhere, whether that's Zillow or through a realtor, they'll get notified anytime you put an update in there. You don't have to go through a realtor to get this done. You don't need to have it listed with them. You can go directly to your local MLS and talk to them. And more than likely, they will have some kind of pay per, I'm forgetting the word, but you pretty much are paying a flat fee to have it listed, like on a limited maintenance. I'm forgetting the word, but it's like the whole concept is if it were me, I'm paying a flat fee to the MLS, to the local MLS, and they put up my home in there, listed for sale. They do zero maintenance to it. They don't take calls for it. They don't answer questions for it. Nothing. It's only the specific information that I give them that they're going to put in there, and it has to match the criteria that they want in there in order for it to be listed. You know, I'm not going to go too deep into that because that's going to be outside of the scope of this video. But my biggest thing is that you have to believe that you can do this. You have to believe. Do you know that Facebook and YouTube, how much information that they gather from people? The reason why I even bring that up is because you can use Facebook and Instagram to your advantage to get in front of the right buyer with your correct message to that buyer. Instead of just, spraying and praying or taking a shotgun approach, trying to attract everybody. If you live in a home, for example, that's a 3-bedroom house, 2-bath, more than likely you might have a family or starting a family, right? And that could be the type of person that you write all your descriptions, all your messaging towards. Hey, are you and your spouse starting to grow your family? This is a beautiful home or you could say this is a beautiful starter home for you and your family to grow and to create lasting memories for a lifetime. Something like that. Now it's very specific because now it's different if, if you're targeting someone who's getting ready to retire. Maybe that's not necessarily what they're looking for unless they're downsizing, right? But I don't want you to think that just because you are narrowing your messaging, you're scaring people away. You're not. You're going to attract more people. You're going to attract all kinds of people, even if they don't match the wording that you have in your description. But you see, you just learned this, and you can implement this tonight without being a realtor, and I bet you get some messages from that. I can guarantee that you will, because this is stuff that I do for my listings, and it literally works like a charm every single time. The wording, mixed with the pictures, that right there is gold. And people start reaching out like, hey, I want to see this home. Hey, can you give me more information? Hey, do you got more pictures about this home? So I really hope you guys really take this into heart. That you have to believe that you can do this. You got into this knowing and willing to prove people wrong that you sure can do it. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. I'm the same way. I am not a fan when someone tries to tell me that I can or cannot do something. I don't like it. And I will make it literally my mission to prove you wrong. Just like out of spite. If you tell me I can't go be a neurosurgeon, I will literally make it my life's work just to do that, just so I can show you that I'm not somebody just regular that you're talking to that is not committed to doing what I said I was going to do. You know something I know about you? I know you're an action taker, right? If you decide something and then you do it, because do you know how many people are actually scared to even try to sell their house on their own? And you're over here doing it. You're doing it. There's so many people who are scared to do it and have the mentality that there's no other way to sell a home or get qualified buyers except through a realtor. That's not true. Your messaging and what you believe in yourself is what's going to get this done. That's what's going to get this done. You can do it. You cannot lose faith in yourself. Okay? Because I promise you that you with no real estate experience can get your home in front of the right person willing to put an offer in. And don't even be nervous about everything else that comes with the transaction, paperwork, all that's another really big thing that a lot of people worry about is the paperwork. Do you know that the title company, how much they got your back, especially when it comes to paperwork? They will let you know what needs to be filled out, what's missing, because they do the same thing with us as realtors. If I'm missing paperwork, the title company is going to reach out to me and tell me, hey, King, we're missing some forms here. Where are they? And if I'm missing it, oh no, I totally forgot about it. Reach out to either my clients or the listing agent. If I'm on the other side, I'm reaching out to the buyer's agent to get the information that I need to get signatures. That's it. The title company is such a huge resource because at the end of the day, no matter what realtors tell you and try to scare you off with, oh, you could sell for sale by owner as long as you know how to handle if anything comes up with the inspection, or if something falls through or something bad happens. I'm telling you right now, when two people like a house, when somebody likes a house, you want to sell your house and somebody buys your house, you guys are going to do everything, and everybody involved as well. They're going to make everything happen to make this transaction close. I promise you it will get done. Your biggest thing, your biggest hurdle is just getting your home in front of the right person. I want to invite you to go to the description below. And just like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I have a free guide that I want to give you where I talk about the 3 most common mistakes that homeowners selling FSBO make that a lot of times does scare away buyers, and how you can fix it. Because even those 3 simple things, you implement those, I'm telling you, you will see changes immediately. You'll see changes immediately. It might start getting more attention. You might start getting reach outs, whether that's messages, maybe even phone calls. But it's for sure going to start getting traction. So make sure you go down, click on that below. Make sure you get that ebook. And I look forward to seeing you guys around, hopefully in a webinar or on my next Get More Offers challenge. With that being said, stay blessed by the best. And I hope to see you guys in the next one.